being on the internet, you get to learn a bunch of different things from people sometimes you don't like. And the cosmic book, book news always pops up on mine because I've commented on him before and talked about him. He's pretty annoying, but he does give out a rumor that has been stirred up for a long time. I'm going to give my thoughts on it. It's Lantern leaks Hal Jordan dies. I'm going to just say it real quick, then I'll cut him off and do our thing here.
Apparently, Hal Jordan dies in the very first episode of the HBO series that gets released in August. Remember what I told you guys in March when I was at WonderCon? Hal Jordan dies in Lanterns. I haven't seen the episodes myself, so I can't say scoop confirmed yet. But this leak comes right before Comic-Con, where Lanterns is going to have a big panel. So apparently what happened is HBO and the DCU let the shill sites watch the first 4 episodes. So when you agree to watch the episode...
Basically, yeah, I just put it on there for a little context of how it came up for me. And it's just the crazy guy in Cosmic Book News that drinks a little bit before he does and starts shouting in his mom's basement about what he's talking about. Check him out if you'd like to. Yeah, but the only thing about Comic-Con and all that I'm kind of interested about is I thought James Gunn went on record saying that they were not going to be any panels for DC. He mentioned like something about social media gets more looks, and I don't know. It seemed kind of dumb and a cop out. Comic-Con has changed within the years. I will 100% say that. Like going back to like 12, 15 years ago when I used to go and stuff, it's a different vibe now. It's not the same. It used to be a lot different. I hate being an old guy saying that, but it is. I get it, kind of, where it's like not what it used to be. Now it's more a different kind of fandom. I wouldn't say it's good or bad for these franchises that do go there, but I still think it's healthy to get the press, and Gunn not wanting to get the press, if that's true, again, from what I've read somewhere, I forgot where I read it, my sources are telling me that he is skipping out, and he mentioned something about his social media is his main form of whatever, getting things out. But we're talking about Lanterns. So the rumor is Hal Jordan dies in the first episode. Kind of sucks for Green Lantern fans. I get it. A lot of people are upset. People don't understand why. People were upset with a lot of things when the show got shown, how grounded it was. When they thought Lanterns was going to come out, it was going to be like this big space movie or space show. Maybe leaning like towards Star Trek looking. I don't know, not like Star Wars, but like Star Trek-ish. I don't like things in space a lot. That's just my preference. That goes for everything. Like X-Men, when they go to space, I'm like, I don't want to watch this. Anything that goes into space and they're in spaceships and stuff, I get bored in Star Wars when they're in their ships. I like the planets. So Green Lantern, Nova, all those kind of characters don't do it a lot for me, but I do appreciate the characters. But I cannot lie to you that Green Lantern is not one of my favorite, but he is a cool character. He's pretty badass. But I'm just being upfront that I'm just not a huge Green Lantern fan, but I still think this is all interesting, and I was very excited for the show. Them grounding it actually made me more interested, and I think that pissed off a lot of diehard Green Lantern fans, which sucks because I ultimately want what people want for their characters. So if that's what you want, and this isn't my like main guy, like I'd rather you get what you want rather than me. And for me, this like was up my alley. But even me, hearing that they're going to kill him in the first episode of the season, it seems crazy. But after we like actually know about the show, like looking at it, I don't think the leak means what we're really thinking about. Hal might be gone, but I don't think it's even confirmed. It might be a bait and switch, is what I'm thinking. It's like, would they really kill off Hal Jordan? Like, get rid of one of the most, probably the most loved Green Lantern. I mean, you could go both ways, and say there's other lanterns people have like more than others. Definitely now there's all the other Lantern Corps that's just crazy, and that looks exciting and fun. All the different colors. I knew a lot from it from playing HeroClix, a miniature game where we got to play all the different ones. But yeah, so the reports are going around about that. DC nor HBO has confirmed this, so you can't, as the man says, you can't lock it in and say that it's for sure a thing and it's for sure going down. It's just been amplified a lot because the first episodes were screened, and like he was mentioning, there is an embargo where they're allowed, the press sees it and they have to sign stuff, and they're not supposed to say anything. And this happens a lot with movies, and this is how spoilers get out with movies. But I also think once people watch it and they spread stuff about it, they add different things to it, or they change things about it on purpose. So they get the reaction of what people got liked in the first place, or what they didn't like, and had either ways. And especially like Marvel end credit scenes, I think they show the press, like Spider-Man's been seen, I believe, already, but people were unhappy with the ending, I believe. But I'm thinking they didn't show them the end credit scene that is supposed to be something else. I could be wrong, but that's a big thing. People break these things that they shouldn't break. And basically the person that they believe leaked it, he had something like yanked down, or some the person that they're pointing fingers at, it got pulled away. So people think this is really real. And I just think, how does this even work? How do you have a show, I mean, it's Kyle Chandler being the main character, which is kind of a big thing. And why would you market him so big on this and then, kill him in the beginning of the series? It just doesn't make any sense. But from what I was looking at and going through things, the show confirmed to take place between 2016 and 2026. And the 2016 storyline begins with Hal investigating a shooting. He believes it starts with an alien connection. And that's where 2016 starts. And then the series will connect like those events to the 10 years later. So far as we know, like, will Hal die like in 2026, and that's when we're dealing with all this, that he's dead and they're trying to solve the mystery? Or will he die somewhere in between 2016 to 2026? I don't know. And it's weird because what we've seen of the trailers, there's so much of him in the trailers. So this is gonna rile up a lot of fans, DC fans, Snyder fans, to get upset about it. This pushes away from seeing what everyone ultimately wants. Everybody wants Justice League. Doing this to Green Lantern, pushing them farther away from it. They're not gonna be happy. Granted, they don't have to do Justice League with Green Lantern. I actually think he might do something different, but I think, again, it's just gonna alienate fans, and not just the Snyder fans. It's gonna alienate some DC fans that want they want their cookie cutter DC world. I get it, hasn't really been done right. So people want to see a proper Batman be done, a proper Wonder Woman be done, proper Superman be done, all in the same universe, not just separate movies, or when they are all together, it's not exactly what everyone liked, and it was really divided. So what it seems is like John Stewart will be like probably like trying to solve this mystery. And this one makes it actually cooler for me, because not only is it grounded, now it's gonna be like a mystery that I think Hal's gonna die in 2026, and then what they're gonna do is keep going back to 2016 and keep flashing back to Hal trying to solve this mystery of the alien shooting, or whatever they're calling it, and going back and forth, and that's why he's still going to be in every episode, part of the story or whatever. And I also think it could lead to the idea that he does die, but it could lead to like something happens afterwards. But once the full story ends in the future, now basically 2026, something could happen where we get hints of him being alive, because there's no way they would throw this out there, even without this being leaked or whatever. They wouldn't throw this out there without having a plan to know people are going to fight back. People are going to be upset. People are going to be mad. People are going to scream about this, because I mean, there's going to be tons of hate over it. But I think people just need to pump their brakes a little bit. And again, I'm not the biggest fan, so I can't sit here and say how angry I am or whatever. I am excited more for it, kind of. I think the idea of a mystery going on behind this with aliens and stuff like that's cool, but I do believe it takes away a lot what Green Lantern means to everybody else, which is, in space, cosmic powers, crazy things going on. But like, what if John Stewart's trying to solve Hal's murder? That's what I'm thinking. Like, that could be a big part of the story, and that to me sounds awesome. But I think, again, a lot of Green Lantern fans aren't gonna have it. They're not gonna like it. And I'm not saying that's a story. That's just that just makes sense with them announcing it's gonna take place like between two timelines. 2016 to 2026. Or they bring up both of those dates. I don't know if it's like it all happened in this date and then we're in this current date where we're going back to 2016. Then the story goes to go back to 2016. Or it could be along those years what happened or what happened during those years in time. So I don't think they're going to hire, you know, the face of Green Lantern to get killed and not be there anymore. I really think people are jumping to conclusions about it, but I do believe it's okay to be upset that it's not turning into what you think it's going to be. If you're worried about Hal not being in it, I think you shouldn't worry about that. If that's your worry, if you're worried about Hal not being in the show, I don't think you should worry about Hal being in the show, because it's clearly going to deal with flashbacks. Especially if it happens in episode 1, it's going to launch for a whole story. And again, if we didn't know the rumor that it was going to be in 2016 and 2026, then I can understand, like, okay, this is stupid. How are they going to do this? 2016 could show the case, and then 2026 shows like us the consequences. So we see it starts there, and then it goes back to he died, and then, you know, I keep always want to say guy, but you know, when John will go investigate it in 2026, and we'll keep flashing back to the crossing stories and going back to Hal trying to solve this mystery. And I think that sounds really, really interesting for me. Again, I'm not speaking for all Green Lantern fans. For me, it sounds really cool. I'm actually digging that idea. But again, that's just what I'm thinking it's going to be. It sounds right, because it doesn't sound like what they're saying is it makes like that's what they would do. It'd be like he dies, but it's going to be in the present. And then if it deals with 2016 and up, or just 2016, it's going to be the ramifications of what happened. But I think no matter what, a lot of people grew up with John Stewart. They're attached to John Stewart. I understand why they're going to be upset. I think it's going to happen. Is he going to be permanently dead from 2026? Will we ever see him again? You know, people are going to have a lot of these thoughts. I think honestly that we're going to still get him. I think it's going to... I don't know if he'll get to a Justice League movie or anything like that. I honestly don't know Green Lantern being such a big property character. If they should have done shows with him, it could work. But I think he needed a better movie treatment, just because the Ryan Reynolds one sucked so bad. But it's hard. It's funny. Did you know Jack Black was going to be Green Lantern? It was going to be like The Mask, kind of. But yeah, it was going to be pretty funny, but bad. People would have hated that, but everyone hated the Ryan Reynolds one too. But yeah, it's just like more like passing the torch, I guess you could say. You know, the vet goes away, and then the guy that's just starting now has to take the vet's place and take charge. And God, I hate this guy's face in front of me. To take charge and take on the role as almost the leader. But I just don't know what's going to mean for all the other lanterns, if we're ever going to expose to them. Guy Gardner is mentioned in it. He is part of the cast as far as IMDb goes. But the creators have openly discussed Hal and John's dynamic in terms of mentorship, legacy, and old versus new. So clearly him dying in the first episode is not going to be the last time we see him. It's going to be something else. So it's not meant to be like this big shocking twist, like, oh my God, he died in the first episode. I think it's like a launching pad, what they're doing, and it's designed this way for John Stewart to kind of become a Green Lantern and catapult him into the universe and do it in a unique way. I do think this is extremely unique, but I don't know if people are ready for it. And again, being not the biggest diehard Green Lantern fan, I can understand people are going to probably not like this at all. People are going to be mad. I don't know what this guy's spazzing out about, but I came across it, and I saw a few things about it. But when I was looking through reels, he started yelling at me, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about it before no one else gets my perspective yet, because he's just going to tell you I told you so and all whatever he's saying. But I just think I'm just giving my thoughts, what I think they're going to do. And like I said, with the timelines, it does make sense that it's going to turn more into a mystery of a new Lantern falling into his own from everything he learned and trying to almost redeem his mentor. And I think that's where we're going to go. Because, I mean, I just don't think they would remove Hal Jordan just to make Stewart important. Like, I don't think that's going to be the case. I still would. If I was a Hal Jordan fan and I was okay with this series, and I was worried about, we're never going to get Hal Jordan Green Lantern, I can see a huge setup where the death doesn't fall the way through. things like this have been done before, and I wouldn't worry too much about it. But it's all over the internet right now. Everybody's losing their mind over it. I seen it all over different my sources. I seen it on Reddit and different social pages. People getting upset, but I'm just trying to put my perspective on what it could be. We don't know if it's true. I just know a lot of leaks do end up being right. I've been covering a lot of the Secret Wars stuff, and we don't know because Doomsday hasn't even released. But is the people that have found these leaks, the names that they go by, are they credible? Yeah, they have a track record that people could literally tag them in old leaks, and they were right. Someone that worked there, someone that's, I guess you call it insider, whatever you want to call it, someone that has access to it that's breaking the rules and telling people, or somehow gets a hold of it. Because I remember, I think Avengers, like someone stole Samuel Jackson's script, and that was a big deal. I don't know how much that got leaked though, but I'm thinking like Hal dying in episode 1 is just, we're taking it massively out of context. I think it's not what we're thinking. And I think fans, again, that were excited for the show and excited for Hal, I wouldn't worry. I really do think if this is true, which again, a lot of times these are true, and this sounds really, really real how they're explaining it, and especially the fact they just screened 4 episodes for the what is it? Not the networks, but for the press, I believe. I think it's gonna be still a big major role for Hal Jordan in the show. He's not going to be looked past on, but for me, I'm not the biggest Hal Jordan fan. I get why other Hal Jordan fans or Green Lantern fans are going to feel robbed. So that is going to suck. I think that's going to be a punch to the stomach at first, but I think if you hang around and get with it, again, I'm not saying get all on board with this, because it is still, I believe, under James Gunn, right? So a lot of people don't like James Gunn, and like things I have liked with James Gunn, I've been like, yeah, this is fine, this is good. And I don't think anything he's made I really have hated, but I haven't seen Supergirl, and I heard he had a lot of work to do with Supergirl, and I heard it was a mess. But that's just reading about it. I can't comment on if Supergirl is a good movie or not, in my opinion, because I have not watched it yet. But at the end of the day, would you be okay with Lanterns being like this? Or would you be just pissed if they just got rid of Hal Jordan and they were done? Because I think I'd be pissed as a big fan. Like, I'd be super mad and not like the idea of them getting rid of one of my favorite characters. But are you also thinking, like, yeah, if it deals with 2006 to 2026, they've already confirmed, which is 100% confirmed by the showrunners, that we're going to be going back and forth solving a mystery, and Lanterns is going to turn into almost like a sci-fi mystery in a way. Not in space of yet, who knows, they might go to space, but it's more like an origin of the Lanterns, I believe. And with Guy being in it, I don't know, because the Guy looked very Green Lantern and Superman. These suits they had that were like brownish, people were upset with it a little bit. Again, I don't have much what they call dog in the race or bite in the bunch, I don't know what the hell they call it, but I don't got too much involved or invested in it where I'm that worried as far as like I'd be upset just because I'm not a huge Green Lantern fan. But I get it. I get not feeling great about it and thinking like, oh, they're just shitting on Hal Jordan. But I just want to put my thoughts out there that basically I wouldn't worry. If you're okay with what's going on as far as a TV show, him being Hal Jordan, him being John Stewart, it being kind of grounded and having a mystery behind it, if you're okay with all these elements, I think you're going to be fine and have nothing to worry about, because from what it sounds like, it's going to be going flashbacks back and forth. So there's just no way they're going to kill off Hal Jordan and not have him be through the series. It's going to be one of those quick things that you're like, wait, what just happened? Oh my God, like this happened is going to spark people to be interested and see why did this happen. And I highly doubt, unless they're a complete hater, that they'll turn it off and not watch it afterwards, because that to me is just stupid. You can't really judge. And I always tell everybody, at least go 3 episodes in a show, because you can't really judge for the first episode or so. I would think let it get to like 3 episodes and see if you're digging it, and if you don't, you don't, and that's going to be on them. And who knows, it might be horrible. Maybe it's a horrible idea, but I just think take it all with a grain of salt, and we'll see how Hal will play out. Is he going to have a big role in this James Gunn universe, or is he just going to be like a footnote? Directors, creators have done these kind of things before, where they use someone's name just to get everyone to watch, and then they don't really care about using them afterwards, and that's been a problem as well in the past. So Gunn may be taking that play out of his book, and maybe my ideas of it going back and forth from flashbacks being a mystery is not going to be true, and they're just using Hal Jordan as a stepping stone to get everybody into the show, and maybe it's John Stewart trying to find the killer from the beginning. But I honestly don't think that's the thing. I think it would be lame, and we're not going to just have Hal, and all the shots we got of Hal is just from one episode. I don't really think that happened. I think we're going to go to flashbacks, and we're going to figure out what happened, and it's going to unlock a lot of things while John Stewart's trying to solve this mystery, and I think it's going to open up a lot of doors for the Lanterns, and hopefully it'll be all positive. Hopefully everything works out, and all the Lantern things are open wide, and we start getting access to other things, and it doesn't become so grounded for those big Lantern fans, and we start small, and it works up bigger, and then in the end of it, you realize Hal may not even be dead. That might be the biggest mystery of all of it. Hal may not be dead at the end of all of this. The beginning, sure, it might start off like that, but I just wouldn't get too worried yet. So stay up, stay with it. Don't worry about it too much. Again, this is going on everywhere. Everyone's just going, oh my God, or they're saying either this is going to suck, or some people think, oh, this is going to be really interesting. I'm just putting my 2 cents in where I think it's going to fall. And I really think we're going to be fine. I think we'll see Hal Jordan through the whole season. And I'm thinking it's going to be a mystery story. And that makes it really intriguing to me. But it might not make other people happy. So, I mean, what comes down to it, is it going to make you happy? Even as a Hal Jordan fan, Green Lantern fan, is it's going to be good enough? If it is like a mystery. And Hal Jordan's dead through the whole season, but will that work for you even if he doesn't come back? I would assume no, but I would like people to tell me. But at the end of the day, I just think we just gotta see what happens. People are taking risks right now, especially DCU right now. Like, is it EU now they call it? Gunn's universe are taking risk, and people aren't too confident after Supergirl. So yeah, we'll see, and hopefully it all works out for all you diehard Green Lantern fans. I really hope it does. But I just think you don't need to worry about Hal being gone. That's all. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Always like, subscribe, share a lot. Yeah, and I'll talk about something else later. See ya.